Thank you and welcome to the OBICHI'STV. Welcome to this conversation. This might come off to be one of the most important conversations we'll have in this channel. Please pay rapt attention. If you're making contact with this channel for the first time, please do well to subscribe. Help us catch up with the global audience by just subscribing. Now, when you listen to this video, which I believe you are going to make a whole lot of sense out of, when you listen to this video and make contact with a lot of meaningful nuggets, please do well to leave a comment. Do well to like the video. Now, I will also believe that there are those around you that this conversation will resonate with. That this conversation will come off as a word in season that will change their life for good. Please do well to share it with them as well. Thank you for doing all of that. Now let's go right into the conversation. So guys, if you are out there and you are struggling financially, but you continue to scroll social media on a daily, there is one thing you need. It is called a mind renewal or a paradigm shift. Yes, if you are scrolling the internet and you are struggling financially, like you are catching cruise on the internet but struggling financially, please pay attention. You need a paradigm shift. You need a mind renewal. But wait a minute. Before I go into this conversation, I want you to listen to this video. Please listen to this video.
If you are broke and you are using social media for cruise, they're supposed to flog you. I will tell you this. If you don't have a YouTube channel, I wonder what you're doing. Are you saying everybody should have? Yes. Now listen, first and foremost, it doesn't have to be your content. You can give a commentary on trending issues. Give a commentary. You don't even have to have an opinion. Just say, this person said this, this person said this, this person said this. Join it. See, there's a reason I'm saying this. Things are not getting better in the world. I'm telling you prophetically. You need options. Some of you, the work you are doing has expired. You just don't know it yet. In the next 3 years, that entire office will not exist again. I'm speaking to you as a prophet. And by the way, we need more godly people owning these things, because some of those guys, they lie. Sometimes when I want to play, I go online to learn about myself. Because they've said I have cars that I did not know about. There was one channel I was watching. He said he has this car. I say, hey.
You see what Apostle said in that video? You need to take it seriously. He was actually one of the people who was on my neck to take my YouTube seriously. I know people that have made £500,000 from YouTube in the past few years. I know people that every month, at least they get £5,000 from YouTube, just sharing content. Some of them are not even showing their faces. See, ever since my eye opened with YouTube, that is the only platform that someone can legitimately say, I want to make a career out of. A man, maybe like 13 or 15 years ago, recorded raindrops, the sound of rain, posted it on YouTube. That's the only video he has. Maybe 10 to 12 years later, that video garnered almost 1 billion views. All of a sudden, the video just broke out. That guy made millions of dollars from that one video. Some of you see social media as cruise, but for some of us, we see it as business, we see it as work.
Okay, I hope that passed a very strong message to you. I hope that video passed a very strong message to you. Now listen as well. I'm going to read an injunction. Before I go into this conversation. Please pay rapt attention. This is going to be one of the most important conversations we are going to have at the OBICHI'STV. If you can catch up with the value I'm about to drop in this video, I mean, your life will turn out to be an enviable one. Listen to this injunction. Though I am the least deserving of all God's people, He graciously gave me the privilege of telling the Gentiles about the endless treasures available to them in Christ. I was chosen to explain to everyone this mysterious plan that God, the creator of all things, had kept secret from the beginning. Now, this is Apostle Paul speaking. Now, he was talking about the mysteries that has been kept as a secret, but he is privileged to unveil it to the church, to the body of Christ. Now, guys, pay rapt attention. Why I read that injunction is because of something very important that I'm about to say in this video. To some reasonable degree, I also find it a great privilege to sit at a position where I continue to remind everyone that makes contact with me the importance of creating a channel, either a YouTube channel or any other channel on any other social network platform. I have been trying to preach this. I've been trying to, make everyone around me understand the need to have a channel, to the need to create a platform that can, pay them. Yes, I have been trying to preach this for the past 3 years. I run a monetized YouTube channel. This is not the only YouTube channel I have. I have up to 4 different YouTube channels. This is not the only YouTube channel I have. I have monetized YouTube channels. So if I'm talking to you about YouTube, if I'm talking to you about owning a channel, you need to understand that I have an experience and I have a very wonderful, to some reasonable degree, I can make claim, a very wonderful knowledge about how this platform works and why you need to get one. You can't be financially struggling and scrolling all the social media platforms on a daily, because whether you like it or not, you are definitely going to scroll. Whether you like it or not, you are definitely going to scroll. And remember, there is an injunction that said, to them that do not have, the little they have will be taken from them and given to those that do have. If you understand that injunction, please, if you understand that injunction and you are a person that is at a place where you do not have much, you can't continue to, contribute to others when you have what it takes to receive, when you have what it takes to be like a channel through which resources can flow, not only to yourself, but to those around you. So please pay attention to this. Now, I said something, if you are struggling financially and you are scrolling the social media platforms on a daily, you need mind renewal. You see, this is not a preaching, what will you call it? I'm not trying to preach to you. I'm not trying to, bombard you with scriptural injunctions. But I want you to understand one thing. Hearing paradigm shift or mind renewal is something that is almost like a song. It's almost like a song today. When you go in, you listen to a motivational speaker, you listen to every preacher, the next minute you hear that you need to renew your mind. Do not be conformed to this world, but be transformed by the renewal of your mind. If you are still scrolling and watching others, it means that you need a mind renewal because you have a wonderful purpose. There are latent potential, there are hidden potentials within you that the world wants to see, that the world can't wait to see, right? And you might as well start putting it out there that the world might make contact with it. If you listen to the video I said you should watch, you will hear something like the young man telling us that there is this young man that recorded raindrops and uploaded it on YouTube, and after a while it had 1 billion views and he cashed out. Now, in so many other conversations he had in that short clip, you discover that he said something like, so he knows some people that are cashing out £5,000 every month on YouTube. He knows some persons that has made up to £500,000 on YouTube. Now, if you notice also, that was a digital creator that had an overlay of a prophet, of a minister, a young, renowned minister of the gospel in Nigeria by name Pastor Aaron. He was saying something, and I mean, like, it can come off a bit brash when he said that if you are struggling financially and you are seeing social network as a cruise, that you need to be flogged. Yes, he said you need to be flogged. Now, I have been preaching this for the past 3 years. I have been preaching this like it is almost like a harangue. I've been preaching this violently to everyone I make contact with for the past 3 years. Yes, said if you do not have a YouTube channel, now he's being specific, and I've always been specific as well, because all my activities are limited to YouTube. My digital creation and everything is centered on YouTube. Now, he was also being specific in that video. You watched it yourself, right? He said if you do not have a YouTube channel, like, you need to be flogged. Now, he was like, should everyone have does it mean that everyone should have it? Yes, everyone has a purpose to fulfill. Everyone has a latent potential to display, to make contact with, and project to the 8 billion people on earth today. And statistics has it that 5 billion has access to internet. Think about that. That's a huge number. That's a huge number. You don't play with it. You don't play with it. So what do you need? You need a change of mindset. You need to understand why you have to come to the digital space today. You need to understand that. You need to have that renewal of your mind. If you have a phone that can scroll social network platforms and you do not have a platform that pays you in that phone, I think you are making a very huge mistake. Or rather, you are sleeping on a moving bike, which is quite dangerous. Yes, you are sleeping on a moving bike, which is quite dangerous. So you need a renewal of your mind. Now, how do you get your mind renewed? By getting quality information. But we are not going in that direction yet. Before we go in that direction, I think you need to understand the age we are. This is a digital age. Please, guys. This is a digital age. This is not the agrarian age. This is not the, what do we call it, the industrial age. No, this is a digital age. During the agrarian age, it was people that banked on agriculture that were the, the game changers as at then. During the industrial age, I think the agrarian age, it was the landowners that were the game changers. Now, during the industrial age, those that were able to catch up with, industries, they were the game changers. But at this digital age, those that have channels with which they are projecting their creativity, they are the game changers. They are the game changers. Be it a child, be it a teenager, be it an adult or an aged person, they are the game changers. Now, if you do your maths very well, you will discover that the guys that we are seeing today to be at the top of the food chain, like money-wise, the likes of Elon Musk, the likes of Mark Zuckerberg, the likes of Bill Gates, these are guys that are operating on the digital platforms, on the digital environment, on the digital circle. So it's not like we are not looking for instances. We are not looking for examples that we will give to you so that you understand what we are talking about. Speak of any church today, speak of any motivational speaker today. If you play with your media, if you play with your digital creativity, automatically you have no headway. Automatically you are not in vogue. You are left behind. That's the way it is. Okay, so you need to understand that this is a digital age and it has come to stay. It has come to stay. Now, every one of us that will connect ourselves to this moving trend, being the digital age, will eventually make the most out of it. Yes, the consistency is needed, the constant creativity and all of that. We will get to that. We will get to that. But first, you must understand the age we are operating on. You must understand that you should have a mind renewal to come out from a place of being led to a place of leading, to come out of a place of being a follower to a place of being a pace-setter and a trailblazer. Now, if you also listen to that video, you notice that the young prophet says something like, the informations out there by other creators, which we complain most, are not even as authentic They are not even as authentic. And many of us who refuse to come to this space are making boast of having the most quality information, the most authentic information, complaining about the ones that are being put out there. When you can also put yours out there and, correct these anomalies that we are scrolling through by the day. So guys, that's about it. Now, why also do you need this mind renewal? Let's look at the work of the wealthiest king we have come to make contact with, scripturally speaking. That is King Solomon, who authored the book of Ecclesiastes and the book of Proverbs, to a reasonable chunk of it. In Ecclesiastes 11 verses, guys, I have my notes here. Okay. Ecclesiastes 11:6. Look at what Solomon said there. He says, sow your seed in the morning, and at evening, let your hands not be idle. Now, remember that we scroll with our hands. We scroll with our hands. We scroll with our hands. And at evening, let your hands not be idle, for you do not know which will succeed, whether this or that, or whether both will do equally well. You do not know. Now, listen to this. I had an August visitor, a wonderful friend of my brother. He came around with the wife a few days ago, and they sat just on this chair. I should be uploading the conversation we had anytime soon. Still working on it. The conversation was hinging on the concept of tapping into the digital age, coming to the digital space, coming into the internet space to present the quality informations we're making contact with, we are claiming that we're making contact with. It was almost like an argument, but at the end of the day, we came to an agreement that the best thing is to be putting out these informations. Now, I have to go in the direction of making him to understand that, listen, you don't need to make this a job. You don't need to make it a full-time job. No one said you should make it a full-time job, because you already have a full-time job that you have chosen a career path, and you are building a career capital, and you are building authority in that career that you have chosen. Wonderful. We understand that. But you drive to work, you sit in your office. There are moments you have, like idle moments in your workplace, obviously, or during your lunch period, or during the time you are either in the train or you're driving to work, that you can just put up, you can bring out your phone on a selfie level, give out a nugget, drop it, or you might even just write and make a post of it. Now, a lot of persons, you might not know how many people you are influencing by the day. A lot of persons will come in contact with that write-up, read it, and it will make a lot of sense to them, pass a strong message to them, and it can help them change their mindsets. It might be by voice. You don't know how many people that will listen to it might change their life, and they can share it with thousands of people, that it will touch their life and change their life for good, can impact their life for good. So you don't need to make it like a full-time job. Now, while you do all of that on the social media space, you never know. It can turn out to be what can, become the source of income that will change your livelihood. Yes. For example, the illustration of the guy that made an upload of raindrops that turned out to become, a viral video that's a billion, watched, and it turned out to be, revenue. It turned out to be money that, he can use to do more meaningful things to help himself and those around him. Now, those are the words of Solomon. You sow your seed in the morning, and at evening, let your hands not be idle. There is always a time. There's always a time around it, because everybody today is catching up with the updates that are happening in the internet space. Yes. So if you can catch up with the updates, you can also be the one updating. Are we together? So that is just about it. Now, the question will be, why YouTube? Why did that young prophet mention YouTube? And why am I insisting on YouTube? Now, pay attention to this. YouTube seems to be one of the most difficult platforms. We will get to the new update pretty soon. YouTube seems to be one of the most difficult platforms to create content and to get monetized on. but I guarantee you that it is going to worth it, and it has always worth it. It is worth it, guys. It is worth it. You can pay the absolute sacrifice and you will make the most out of it. Now, you see, when we are creating content when we are posting content on the digital space, a lot of things happen. Now, one of the first things that beset every digital creator, every new creator on the social media space is what people will say and how people will receive what you are projecting. Now, this is one of the things that will beset you as a young creator, as a new creator. Now, if you are going to, or not if you are definitely going to have that experience. But look at this. YouTube is completely different from Meta apps. YouTube is completely different from Meta apps. When you make an upload on YouTube, it doesn't take your YouTube algorithm does not take your content to people that know you. It doesn't take it to your family members. It doesn't take it to your high school friends. It doesn't take it to your classmates. It doesn't take it to your your church members and your whatever association you may have made contact with in the time past and all of that. It doesn't do that. YouTube algorithm doesn't do that. YouTube algorithm picks that content and projects it to those that might be needing that content, those that might be needing that content across the globe. Did you hear that? Across the globe. That's what YouTube algorithm does. And guys, guess what? When that content catches up with a reasonable view, with a reasonable audience, you have yourself a monetized YouTube channel. The watch hour threshold and 1,000 subscriber threshold notwithstanding, because by reason of the content you posted catching up with the right audience, you see the subscriber will skyrocket, the watch hour will go take height, and here you are being monetized. You get the point? So that's how YouTube works, and YouTube pays the most. YouTube payment is bang. YouTube payment is bang. No jokes. No jokes. No jokes. So you need to understand that. So the next point I have here is, what about the new update program? Now watch this video as well.
If you're a creator who's currently in the program, you'll need to review and accept new terms by January 31st, 2027 to keep earning. If you're a creator who's looking to apply to the program, there are new eligibility requirements you'll need to know. There are also changes to the way the Shorts creator pool is being distributed. And we're introducing new revenue streams like Premium Lite and targeted incentive programs. With these changes, our total investment in creators remains unchanged. In fact, we expect to pay even more to creators in 2027 than we did in 2026. Let's walk through what's changing. First, we're updating the YouTube Partner Program entry requirements that unlock ads and premium revenue sharing for new creators. While YouTube has grown to billions of monthly viewers, the YPP entry thresholds have remained mostly unchanged. To reflect the growth of YouTube, starting February 1st, 2027, entry thresholds for new creators are 1,000 subscribers and either 8,000 qualified watch hours in the last 12 months or 20 million qualified Shorts views in the last 90 days. If you're already in YPP, your status is not impacted by this update. There are no changes to the eligibility requirements for fan funding, YouTube creator partnerships, or YouTube shopping. These products will continue to help creators start their earning journeys when they reach 500 subscribers, 3,000 qualified watch hours in the last year, or 3 million qualified Shorts views in the last 90 days.
So that is where we are now. That is where we are now when it comes to creating content on YouTube. That is where we are. 1,000 subscribers by February 1st, 2027. It has to be 8,000 watch hour instead of the 4,000 watch hour that we have been, working with. And or either 8,000 watch hour or 20 million short views in the past 90 days, 8,000 watch hour in the past 365 days, that is 1 year or 12 months. Yeah, so that is where the update is now. Is it possible? Yes. Is it possible? Yes. Is it possible? Yes. Do you have to give up because of this update? Never, 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 said Winston Churchill. Now, if you are someone out there, you're a young creator, you're a new creator, and you want to actually scale height, you want to like grow, you're intentional about your growth, please, there's a channel link I'll be dropping under the description of this video. You can use that channel link to join our channel, where we are helping young creators to, build capacity, to catch up with traffic, and possibly hit virality. So if you are a young creator out there and you need a community that will help you, grow as fast as possible, please use that link to join the WhatsApp channel, where we are helping young creators to build capacity. Now, finally, how to stay original and super relevant on YouTube and other media space. Listen to this guy by name Olushola.
Ladies and gentlemen, my container has landed. Look at my babies. Other people travel and come back with clothes and perfume and chocolate. Some of us travel and come back with knowledge. Reservoir of knowledge. I'm channeling my inner David Oyedepo. Part 2. No, part 1 million. Because this is the latest installment. I came back with my babies. And so there are a couple of titles that I really love, that I should have had for a while. I finally got my hands on Daniel Kahneman's Thinking Fast and Slow. I got the almanac of Ravikant now. I finally have some of my babies. By the way, Robin Sharma is fast becoming one of my favorite authors. And yes, I finally came back and got my hands on this one, by the way. Finally, I want to hear what Jordan Peterson has to say in this book. But these other ones, I brought them from my trip directly. I finally got Super Forecasting. I got Relentless by Tim Grover. I got Tribal Leadership. I should have gotten this book for the longest. Then I got Clear Thinking. I finally got The Innovator's Dilemma. This guy, Clayton Christensen, was the author of How Will You Measure Your Life? The book that Egbon recommended to me, Olumide Shoyombo. Beautiful, beautiful author. I got this one. Whoosh! I finally got The Intelligence Trap. It was a recommendation. There's Food by Randomness. There's Same As Ever. There's some of my sweet babies here. The CEO of All Seasons. I got Alex's titles, by the way. I can't wait. I got How Rich People Think. I got The Artist's Way. I got Never Split the Difference. This one is actually an OG book. Then I actually got Seeking Wisdom from Charlie Munger. So from Darwin to Charlie Munger. And then, you people, please, I don't read fiction, fiction, but I finally got my hands on some fiction books. Now, you people, this was recommended by somebody, and people have been raving about this particular author. His name is Frederick Bachman. And so I said, okay, let me lay my hands on his materials. If it's not sweet, I will deal with you people, because time to yekima spend lori self-help book, yekima fiction. So I got my friends, I got A Man Called Ove, I got Anxious People, and I look forward to reading them. Anyways, this is my TED Talk. I will show you my Ferraris. I'm investing in knowledge to cure ignorance. Amen? I said amen. You're jealous. I will not give you. Back camera, what are you waiting for?
Now, this is among the things I have been preaching for the past 3 years. I've been screaming. Yeah, a lot of people saw it that I am being too violent with my delivery. I'm being too brash with my delivery, because I've always said something like, how come young ministers of the gospel who has been privileged to, travel to foreign nations where quality books are being sold, how come when they make these trips, they come back with either clothes, anointing oil, mustard seed, and the rest of these things? Why are they doing this? I mean, we are in a country where it is almost difficult for us to make contact with, the documents by powerful authors and the rest of it. Thank God for Roving Heights bookstores at Landmark and Ogolano Drive. who has made it possible for someone like me to make contact with quality documents like the works of Jordan B. Peterson, the works of Dan Brown, and the rest of these quality materials that has been helping me in my capacity building, right? So guys, if you watch that video, you will understand that things has really changed. If you want to remain original, if you want to remain authentic, if you want to remain relevant in the internet space today, you need to take in quality information. Yes, you need to take in quality information. So if you are coming to the digital space, if you are coming to YouTube space, and you are wondering how can you fit in, how are you going to stay relevant, how are you going to continue to make sense, what do you have to offer, and the rest of it, guys, you might as well pick up a book. Yes, if you pick up a book to read, if you can pick up a book to read, that is impression. And if you can impress, you will definitely express something. Yes, because from the heart comes all issues of life. Out of the abundance of the heart, the mouth will speak. So when you load your mind, when you load your heart with quality information, they will find expression through your tongue, and you will change your financial status, which will be for your own good first and to the good of everyone around you. So that is about this conversation. And thank you so much for spending this quality time with us at the OBICHI'sTV. Please do well to subscribe. Like our videos, and share your opinions. Let me know what you think about this conversation in the comment section. Thank you so much, and remain blessed by the best. Bye, guys.